My life. Okay, good evening, everybody. We are going to do some live reading. If you have any questions, please ask. It could be anything, simple as what's happening next week to what should how's my life going, or what should I do if you have questions, if you're stuck on something. I'm going to start with just kind of getting all my candles ready for the energy, for the reading. And we will start. So, in 4 days, we have Saturn turning into Aries. And if you want to see what's going on with your life, okay, that's unsafe. Okay, one more. Candle. This is a time of the year right now where a lot of things are changing for a lot of people. There could be some things advancing, changing, transforming. So if you see cards like death, or if you see cards um, that seem negative to you, please don't be alarmed. Sometimes it's just mean, or like the world, or okay, I'm turning even a bigger ones too, so you can see them. All right, I'm gonna move the card this way so you kind of see the side of my table. Well, and we can also use oracles for you if you're want to see an oracle as well. Here's my card. I also have some books just in case. We also can do the reading for May, which I also can do reading based on, um, what year you are, what house you are, what you should focus on this particular year based on your age. And please also, if you're interested to find out more, yeah. All right. I Oh, somebody said hi. Hi, Damon. Would you like to get your card? Let's do Damon. I just want to see what's going on with you, Damon. What you should look forward and what you should focus on. And if you have any questions particular, you are welcome to do so. All right, Damon, your card is King of Cups. King of Cups, it's a watery sign. It's about our emotions. It's about how we feel. It's about more about our intuition. It's or about our instinct. So you might have to make some decision, or you're making decisions that are more about your feelings and not about your logic. So be careful with that, because sometimes we make a decision that, you know, we make it with our emotions, and later on, when our emotions kind of disappear, then we're realizing with the logic that it wasn't a good. But sometimes it's the opposite. I'm very watery sign. Your advice is the devil. The devil represents lusting, that your ideas could be based on, maybe you want to be famous, or maybe it's about wealth, or it's about large sum of money. Maybe it's about the decisions you're making, that you're willing to go, for example, to debt, just so you can show everybody that you feel or look successful. Please be careful with that. You always can get out of the situation. You have opportunity. Yes, it's a little tricky one for some. You have to be kind of smart about it, but try to be careful when it comes to that. Sometimes it's all about what we want at this point for you, demon. It's all how you feel as well. So be careful with that. All right. Anybody else would like to say hello and we can do your cards? If not, I just want to do some cards for the May, some idea of energy of what's happening for us in May, how we should react, what we should look forward to, what we should would avoid, and you know, so we don't get in a positions or situations where we regret later. Now, remember, tarot cards, it's like the signals on the roads. All those signatures that we have to learn when we're driving, when we learn how to drive, is all about where to turn, where to stop, where to yield, and so on, right? Or should we go fast or should we slow down? Tarot is the same thing. It's just giving us some signs of how we're going. Seems like devil will be the energy for tonight. A lot of us. So every time I do reading, I'm noticing even if I do like card of the day or I do card of the month, it seems like a lot of times some of the signs tend to come to the same conclusions. It's not we don't really spread as much when it comes to the energies, and it seems like the end of May will continue as a devil. Now, don't worry about the devil. The devil actually a pretty good successful card. It's a Capricorn card. It's about where we want to collect wealth for ourselves, where we want to live good, where we want to live rich, want to have beautiful women and men around us, when we want to have a high paid jobs. This is when we want to eat delicious food, drink the most amazing wine, but everything comes with the cost. So what is the cost when it comes to the devil? Sometimes it's we're getting ourselves into debt. Sometimes we are doing some negative things, terrible things. For example, like P. Diddy right now with all, with everything that's going on with him in the court, right? And you're listening to them, all these victims or all these people that seen or been around him, and sometimes you wonder how they just allowed or continue to be around this devilish man. Well, he probably gave them more than the Italian court. He's giving them something more than they even wished for. So please hit like, subscribe, and let's continue. The May. May comes with the devil. I actually have a whole big description about the devil. Devil is supposed to be one of those uh, things that we are scared of or we worrying about. But he's trying to do as much harm and then in the end create more goodness. Um, the only way you can fight the devil is not to run away from it, but accept of what he provides you, what he wants to quote unquote help you with. Uh, and you have to kind of go through it and leave it behind. Okay. He's not going to take your soul. It's just not going to happen. As long as you um, know that you can go through fear. Devil is also represents fear, something that in the shadow, something in hides, where we don't see the clarity, we don't understand what's out there. And the first, we always think about something negative, but at the end, it's still kind of the devil is kind of like a sign that is about to give us a lesson. All those old stories that includes devil in it. It's always about some kind of negotiation about, if you do this or you cross this or if you achieve this, then I'll give you the freedom or I'll let you go or, you know, um, but there has to be some kind of clever in it. Okay. You have to be clever because it's almost like a math when you solve a problem, how you solve it. So devil is basically is giving you opportunity to learn how to solve a problem in your life. Um, Also, you see those chains that are around that Adam and Eve. They usually represent, yes, they're around the neck, but you know what? They also are loose enough where you can pick them up and take them over your head and release yourself from it. So the devil also represents who and for what are we ready to be a slave for. And we usually do it, again, almost volunteering. Again, look at P. Diddy right now. Majority of those people, he, yes, in a way he forced them, but they always could get away from him. They could, but did they really want to? Or something else? Money, glam, um, that stopped them of continuing with this criminal. You know, his power took over them and they let him in many ways. They let him. They allow him to do whatever he wanted to do because they felt that he was the most powerful person in the world. But I bet you, if all of them or any of the victims took their bags and ran away to, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, he's not gonna go chase them. He has no time for this stuff. So devil represents that it gives you a fruit to taste. It gives you opportunity. It will give you what you want, like Aladdin. It'll give you fame. It'll give you fortune. It'll give you whatever you want, but you have to stay with it. It's also devil represents materialistic things, something that we're willing to sacrifice as well, or some kind of not healthy habit as well that will give you a satisfaction. So we're going back to the same thing of lust, satisfaction, need, want, because it makes us feel something different. It makes us feel as uh, better. We're not just regular humans. I'm not one out of the billions out here. I'm someone special. Okay. So, but the devil card also is giving us opportunity to want it more of success and glamour and fame and everything we are trying to work hard for, materialistic things, uh knowledge of from everybody else knowing who you are or your social status, you becoming famous, you having some kind of a lucky situations happening everywhere, like on one hand you could be like, I don't know what's going on, anything I do is always kind of in a bad luck, and then all of a sudden everything comes out and everything is great. Devil also represents that we sometimes put our feelings into kind of like a prison, okay, of how we feel about everything. uh it's kind of like a sweeter, bitter situation. um Sex, drugs, rock and roll, parties, it's all including in it. But it also could mean that you're going to connect with someone that you're going to love very much. It's also a connection when it comes to deals, because it's a Capricorn. It's a sign of money, success, prosperity. Also, a great connection when it comes to partners of opposite sex. So you might have, you know, maybe meeting someone who you were like, oh my God, I never thought I would ever meet them. So May will be very playful type of next week for us, where you can succeed, you can move forward, you can create your life much better of what it was before. Just be careful making sure that it's all legit, that there's no if you feel that something isn't right, or something you don't know what it's about, or what else, maybe it's time to check out. It's always giving you opportunity to check out. All right, let's see what devil is really talking about. And if you have a question, please ask. I can do a free reading for all of you. Okay. It's talking about success that comes, either includes family, it's Pisces and Mars. I'll do everything and anything for my family. Okay. I will do, I want to be happy, and I will gonna work hard. I'm gonna find these best clients, or I'm gonna be, finding that partner in life that can create a wonderful family with me. Sorry, this thing is crooked. I need to find these special tools just for the candle. So crooked. Whatever. All right. What else does it tell us? Strength. The power, the patience. Um, it also means discipline, where we do it every single day, nonstop. We have to do it. We're going to work. We're gonna do everything by the book, or we're going to plan everything out, and we're gonna take step by step every day, realizing where we're moving towards the success. Again, closing the loop when it comes to the success of your family, not just by emotions, but also by finances. So, this is a great opportunity for you till the end of May to create a little bit more in your life. It allows you to help yourself out to get to the next level of your life. There's going to be abundance and opportunities for you to meet the right people that will help you out to step forward into your life, where you can do things the way you feel, or the way it has to be, because of a strength of planning out, and having a discipline of raising your level a little bit higher than what it is right now. And it could be through the family business. If you have one, if your family has a business, this is a good opportunity for you to invest. But it's more like, instead of investing the money, it's more like investing your time. It's more like investing your strength. It's more working than anything else. That will give you a great opportunity. But it's also going to bring you prosperity to your family. You even might get to the point where, sometimes you're so successful that you get bored. Usually that's when, people start to do the naughty stuff. They feel like they need more, that this isn't enough, or this is becoming too, the stable life is becoming too boring. And they're looking for extra excitement. They're looking for, lovers, or they're looking to, hang out with a higher level of people, and so on. So, again, be careful with it, because it's under the devil card. It will give you the illusion that everything is great, but then at the end, when that illusion will disappear, you will realize you're going to have to pay for it. So, but otherwise, it seems like it's very positive. This is giving you opportunity to grow. It's giving you the strength. It's giving you the power, and it's giving you um, time, because strength also represents time. Like, it might take a little bit while than you expected. It is a sun in Leo, and you also get so you get water, you get fire, the highest fire, and you also get Virgo in Mercury, which, again, also very practical, very planned out, uh, very focused on bringing the money within yourself, or investing within your family, or, bringing something back home. All right. What else can you tell us about this end of May type of situation? A lot of hard work that could be complicated. Maybe there are some things that will be taking much harder than it is, but it's stress. It could be, but it seems like you can handle it. Okay, and there's a lot of things that you can finish off. If you have a lot of things kind of like hanging in the air, and you don't know how to, you got too many plans, too many to-dos, you open them all up, but you kind of didn't finish them all. This is a great opportunity for you to, at the end of May, to close it for yourself. Um, Start with something small, start with something easy. That way you can clear a lot of from your to-do list. And then you're also getting the tower. Tower represents, as I mentioned right in the beginning, if you see the negative cards, don't worry about it. The tower represents when we getting squeezed, almost like this painful pimple, when, you just feel like you need to squeeze it, but it's just not ready yet. But when it's ready, it's just so satisfaction when you pushing it. This is the tower. Tower pushes you out like a pimple. It doesn't let you stay still in life. Okay. If you're too stale for your own sake, for your own life, a universe will push you out into something better, into something that you need to focus on, into locations or directions that you need to go, because you've just been sitting in one spot for too long. A lot of times the tower gives us discomfort, because things becoming kind of out of our hands. We're losing a little bit of control of it, but it's good for us, because otherwise we never move. We're too comfortable in our own spots. You don't evolve when you're too comfortable in life. Okay. You have to continue to constantly evolve into something better, into something more. And the tower comes in many positions and many situations at once. It can be in your personal life. It can be in your career life. It could be with your friends. It could be with your family. It could be with your significant other. It could be with your children. It kind of like smacks you in the face, and kind of with that smack, it pulls or pushes the rose colored glasses over your head. Okay. So you could be a little bit delusional in your life, and some kind of a truth or some kind of a reality that you didn't know existed will eventually come out. For example, I had a tower in November, and I just remember any position or any location where I looked at my personal life, my business, my friends. It seems like everything turned to shit. Everything. And it was out of my control. I didn't know what to do with them. It wasn't what I've done, it's what they decide. They decided to change things or move or stop talking, or, my business, no matter what I tried, it just wasn't working. And I realized at that point that it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with everything surrounding me. And I had to change the way I was looking at it. I wasn't fighting anymore. I was giving up on it. And the reason I was giving up on it, it's like watching your building burn. You can go run in and try to save it. Or let's say, like, more of a building during an earthquake. Or you can get out of that building and just stand hopelessly and watch this building just crumble. But you at least having an idea, or kind of hoping that it's not going to crumble to the point where you can resolve it or solve it. Uh, but at least you can see where it's going. Okay. It's giving you a direction of how bad it's going to get. Are you going to go to lose that friend? Or are you going to go and lose that job? Or, are you going to have some financial issues where, you continue to have it, and then you're like, okay, well, how about I'll just step back, let it crumble down as much as it can. And then from that point on, I'm going to try to see how much can I solve, how much I can change, how much can I fix, um, to create whatever I want. It's basically telling you everything is old, everything needs to go. We start with something new. Okay. So at the end of May, you have all these opportunities to change your life for June and July. Let's see what's going on in June. Let's see what's going on. So this is our May. Okay. It's giving you all the opportunities to stand out, to have a better life, to have a better family, to have a better career. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it might be painful, emotional, but you got 1, 2, 3 10s, and 10 represents something that we're finishing up. We are done with it. Okay. Hold on, I have a book where it tells you, if you get a certain, so we got how many tens? 1, 2, 3 tens. 3 tens. It's a process. It also could be something to do with the courts. If you have problems, if you're suing someone or somebody's suing you, that they're gonna get resolved in the end of May. It's also receiving some kind of a very document or letter. It could be from the bank or from your lawyer. Um, But basically, it's saying that it's at the end, it's going to be where there's going to be decisions made, where it's going to be kind of an ending of situations, but they're all going to be in a positive way. So there's a lot of things that we have to close down to the end of May to receive something better in summer. Okay. So if you feel like you've been rushing or you're trying to resolve some issues or situations in your life, this is a good time to do it to the end of May. You got like 10 more days left. July is all going to be about Chariot. Chariot represents progress, traveling, moving forward, standing for your right, standing for your ideas, telling everybody to go screw themselves and you do what you need to do. It's also desire. It's also it could give you an anxiety, but it's also impulsiveness of it as well to do something different. All right. Let's see what's June is going to give us. And if you have a questions, please ask your questions. We can do a reading for you. All right. So June will be a little bit slow. It's more of a standstill. It's more about, here we are moving. Here we kind of, it's funny, this is 9 and this is 10. So at 10, we're moving forward. We're trying to finish the end result. But 9, it's more like, okay, we're standing here. We're trying to protect something, or, you went through such a hard process where you need to take a break. Emotionally, you can be a little bit drained about it. Financially, it seems like you might receive a gift, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. It's not going to come back to you right away. Money Pentacles represents also our health. It also represents our faith. It also represents a social status and our safety. But it seems like it's just going to be kind of on a little bit of a standstill. The 5 represents a crisis. So maybe you're going to start questioning yourself. Did you do it right? Was it a great move? Was it a right move for you to do? You might also feel like you lost something. Yes, usually after Tower, you feel that way. You feel a loss. You feel you lost something behind, which is usually your old life. That from, 3 months from now, you're going to look and you'll be like, oh, this is the life I don't remember anymore. Or I don't remember myself being in that position or in that situation. So it kind of can be a little bit of a crumble type of feeling, it's like you escaped something, but you feel like you still have a little bit of PTSD from it, only because it's just been a little bit a lot, emotionally been a lot, financially been a lot. It could be that you just didn't expect some things happening to you and, they happened. And something that you had to let go, which again, it could be also a feeling of, uh, like you losing. I mean, it is hard when you're losing people that were around you and you were happy and you enjoy them, and all of a sudden you're losing them, and you don't look at the same positions, same way, or situations, or something could happen. But in reality, in June, you might have also bring some kind of better feelings. Knight of Cups also represents romance. So there could be somebody coming to you that might pull you out of the guts and ruts and Almost feel like you had a prince and a white horse coming and saving you. Only because they're just gonna pump up your emotions into much better place. Knight of Cups also represents something very romantic, or they're just representing something where somebody can give you, or some kind of love, or telling you thank you, or here, I'm here for you. Knight of Wands, feisty, fiery sign. Um, it represents, like Aries and Leos and Sagittarius, someone that is passionate and movement and has a lot of energy, optimistic, and can help you just, raise you up a little bit from all that dust and clear you up and say, let's go. We got to move forward. We got to move on with our lives. This is done. Deal. Let's go forward. And as you can notice that here, even though we have ones that kind of standing, but still giving you a more fiery energy, something that we have to conquer, something we have to finish, something we have to make decisions upon, something that who we need to realize, but it's also, it can have more of sexuality as well. It's giving you a pump of energy, even though you might feel a little bit fatigued about it. But you also get a bunch of knights. Let's check what knights mean. Last time I checked, there were 3 knights, and there was like friends hanging out. Um, will I find it? Two nights. Mm, Get it? I get it. Okay. Two nights. It's sign of you might also meet some old friends. Um, Again, that could be a good opportunity for you to kind of get out of the funk. You might lose something, but you'll have people coming from your past, or maybe the other friends, that will kind of bring you up a little bit when it comes to emotion. Let's see what's your advice for June. And if you have a questions, please ask. And if you are interested, find out more. The Emperor. The Emperor again is the Aries sign. It's giving you all this Marcy in Aries. It's a sign of leader. It's a power. It's making decisions. There could be some fast decisions. This is not about let me sit through it a week and decide what we're going to do with this. It's more like we gotta go and do it. Okay. It's somebody could be very not soft. It's more of a hard type of person, okay, where you have to make it a hard decision right away. You're not sitting there and, crying about it, eating boogers and thinking, oh, what am I going to do? We got to do it. Very cold in a way, and very let's go, okay? It's to kind of manage your life. Okay, it's asking you to be a manager of your own life. Okay, let's see some oracle cards. Okay, oracle card for end of May. defense. Okay. And the oracle card for June, safe travel. So we had the chariot. So it's kind of pushing you to go forward in June. Okay. In May, you have to defend yourself a little bit. Stand still. Don't let people crush or walk or step over you. Uh, be yourself, more confidence, more, standing on your ideas, decisions, and rights. Where the safe travel for June is basically telling you, okay, now it's time to go. You lost here. You don't need this anymore in your life. You can continue. I also have Slavic Oracle card. Let's see what they're talking about. All right. To the end of May. What do we have to do? Vanish. Let's see what it is. I never actually saw this card. Vanish. Okay. So early Slavs revered fire as sacred. Fire ignited the friction believed to be able to cleanse and ward off illness and even foretell the future. So accomplishment, excitement, exuberance, hopeful, joy, resilience, risk taker, transformative. Okay, that's what you have to do. You have to. Your blockages could be that you are not being mindful of the dangers that exist. Now, this is going back to the beginning where we had the devil for the end of May. Uh, you will soon see what you can do and what you are capable of by successfully leaving your comfort zone. This will give you a sense of adrenaline, which will encourage you to never doubt yourself, no play small again. Find joy in living boldly and independently. So, in the beginning, we had um, the tower. So, that kind of will shake you up by giving you more of success later on, so you're not as much stale. And take a leap of faith, okay? Um, which is good. You have to take a leap of faith, and the devil will help because you know all the encouragement will still help. All right, and for June, death, 24, acceptance, ancestors coming together, family, grandparents, happiness, picnics, spring. You need to remember your past and be grateful for it. Once you take a look at your history, you can apply the lesson it has for you. So we have the tower, okay? So you basically can look at the tower and sell yourself, okay, all these things happened to me in the past, but now I'm gonna raise above myself of all the crumble that happened around me. I'm gonna step forward, I'm gonna move forward, I'm gonna do something totally different. Something new is on its way to you. Okay. There's no distinction between the material. Oh, that's the reverse. Sorry. Celebrate life and everything within this moment, for it won't last forever. Like we are, we don't last forever. Okay. So you have to enjoy it and realize we're going to move on forward when it comes to June. All right. I see I have three people right now watching us. So I will do three cards. And if you feel it's related to you, please acknowledge it. And if not, well, maybe you should acknowledge it. All right. I'm going to do three different cards for three different people. And you guys see which one seems like it's you or what you're going through. And I'm also going to do advice. So this is for viewer now. One, your advice. Your two, your device, your three, and oh, someone escaped. They didn't want to see their advice. All right, so we got the two people right now. So the first one, it seems like you are finishing something where you need to be proud of yourself. You're receiving a Jupiter in Pisces. This is balance, something that you really want. It's something that is easily given to you, but you did work for it, okay? And you kind of need to feel, or you're feeling proud of yourself, of what you've done. And you might also starting or been receiving some kind of prizes for it. Maybe you have a whole collection of prizes for whatever sports, academic achievements, and so on. This is a good time for you to kind of pat yourself on the back, give yourself a second, and say, whatever I did and how I did, it was great, awesome. I'm proud of myself. You receiving as advice, page one. Page is fiery signs. It's an action, something going to happen in the future. It can be done with either with sports, some kind of action, maybe a new project, new creativity, new business, new ideas. But it's basically kind of a new energy that's telling you, okay, let's begin something either new or let's go forward and multiply it of whatever we've done before. It also, if you have a child, page represents your children. So maybe you're involved also with your children, with their sports activities and so on. The viewer number two, you receiving a Seven of Cups. It seems like either emotionally, it's Scorpion and Sun. It's something emotional. It's something nostalgic. It's something that makes you feel uh, good, happy, bittersweet, maybe. Something where you remember your past life and maybe how easy or how innocent or how great it was. It also could mean that you might have somebody coming to your life from your past, your old friend, your old schoolmate, your old neighbor, some or your old coworker. Someone will contact you or bring you some kind of a gift or even send you a card just to make you feel special that somebody's thinking about you from your past. Uh, But it also could be is just they giving you this innocent emotions where you feel happy and pleased that, you're not forgotten in any way. Your advice, though, the world is going to change your life. It's the beginning of new cycle and kind of ending the old cycle. And it's basically telling you, like, look, there things will change, and we, like it or not, your life gonna become something different. So it's also, the world means physical death. So it could be someone that either dying close by to you, that kind of will change the way you're looking at life, and from that point on moving forward. But it also could mean that it's just your life is changing dramatically to something else as well. Well, it's almost been an hour. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.